Welcome back, guys, to the AIM podcast. This is episode 1, season 1. AIM is for Artificial Intelligent Men. And this is my host,
Jacob.
and I'm Ben. And today we're going to talk about how AI affects the community in ethical and unethical ways. So, Jacob, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I guess I'll start off with the unethical way. I've seen, so I'm pretty big into PCs, like computer parts, and I've seen there's a lot of AI processors that are going through, and there's these things called RAM sticks that go in your PC, right? And those things, they used to cost like a few hundred, right? But they're all being bought up by companies to make AI processors, and they're actually starting to cost like quadruple the amount of what it's actually costing. So I'll say that's an unethical way. Do you have like any like ethical ways that maybe it could be true?
Maybe some ethical ways that AI is shaping the community would just be like the way people can build their businesses so much more kind of like faster, definitely faster, and they can also just like work around different parts of business schemes and business ideas that they might have not been able to think of just off the spot, because with like new things like ChatGPT and Sora AI, all these new things, it really changes the game when it comes to new development and new business ideas. But I have another unethical way that I feel like AI shapes the community, and I've heard a lot about it overseas, and I don't think it's come to the United States yet, but I feel like if it does, it would be pretty detrimental to our society, because what they're doing over there in China is they have cameras that have AI facial recognition in them, and all of that AI facial recognition is connected to people's bank accounts. So like they'll see the face, and they'll see that they're doing something wrong, immediately take something out of their bank account.
Yeah, I've seen people are always like covering up like or they'll have these like devices that'll try to like scan like Airbnbs for cameras in there, because you know people are preaching. That's even like in the US and stuff. Imagine China or like North Korea or something, like they've got like turrets in their walls or something.
Yeah, I feel like the US is so much more, I don't want to say ethical in their ways, because there's a lot of stuff that we don't know in the US, but at least from the top of the surface, it's very much more of a light coming than when we're in places like China, when they're literally scanning people's faces by what they do and retracting stuff off of their like bank accounts and giving them criminal charges just off of what they do.
Yeah, let me get on a pretty controversial topic. I want to talk about self-driving cars, because I feel like those Waymos that are popping up, I feel like people are so like intrigued about them, but I feel that it's pretty controversial, since the risk aspect of having a bot drive your car, and any controversial old white man is gonna be like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, what?
No, I get where you're coming from, and I've actually seen a few videos on my feed about that, and it's crazy how many years they went in just making this whole process. And with that, it's like with anything that's huge, and Waymos I feel like is the next big thing that people might like and also might not like, but might need in their lives.
Are you ready for the AI future, or do you think?
I'm definitely think AI is going to not be good in the future.
You don't think so?
No, I think AI is very unethical in many ways, and I've just seen the surface of it.
I think it's great. I mean, I feel like AI is definitely in its like beginner stages, where we're just like testing everything, like with the Sora AI stuff like that. It's just a bunch of memes. But I feel like stuff like the Waymos, or God, even the facial recognition, like it's gonna bring so much change to like the community, you know, and like how people live their daily lives and all that.
I feel like when people say, especially like my parents, they say when these movies, when we watch as a child, they're like, oh, your childs are gonna have this stuff. I feel like all that stuff's already like here.
Yeah.
But we don't know about it.
And then imagine our kids are gonna know like how our parents don't know about technology. Like we're not gonna know.
Yeah, we're not gonna know. Like we're gonna be the slow people in the family.
Exactly. We're gonna be the conservative people trying to like bake our toast the same way, but they're like, Dad, you just put it into the cerebral cortex and it just does it for you. Like,
cerebral cortex.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
I had a thought that just come to mind, and how do you think AI would affect like if a war happened?
War? Well, those drones. We have drones, all those drone strikes with like the Ukraine and Russia stuff. And then I know there's like artificial like scanners they have to like EMP the drones and like stun them and knock them. Like it's crazy. But I think seeing like artificial pathing for like missiles and all that, I think it's all gonna get better. War's just gonna get more scarier, and I feel like wars are gonna be outdated.
I feel like, especially since AI is becoming really big, I feel like everything that they thought was a war for our day and night, or our like lives, compared to our parents' lives, is going to be so much different because cybersecurity is such a new upcoming thing, and I feel like AI is going to be that thing that sometimes retrieves information that it's not supposed to get, especially from like different countries, and steal information and all that type of stuff. So
yeah, I think it's a lot scary to like know what the videos are they're watching, like if they're AI or not. Like my dad would send me a bunch of stuff and he's like, son, this is crazy, and it's like a dinosaur like punching Godzilla, and it's like, this actually happened. It's like, Dad, come on. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty scary to know that we're gonna have to live in a world where we don't know what's real or not, and like AI has been getting so much better like over the months that it's like really been getting popular, and I'm ready to know how it's gonna like end out and like climax into.
it's a good point there. And back to the self-driving cars and going off of like Tesla and everything. Have you seen their robots?
Robots? What robots?
They literally have made robots. Like they made humanoid robots. Have you seen those?
Actually? No.
Yeah, Tesla has made humanoid robots, and it's just crazy how different companies like Tesla and I forget the other company, but they're making like everyday use human type robots.
Are humans gonna be outdated people?
That's
oh my gosh.
That's the new question.
Humans might be outdated.
Are humans not it anymore?
Yo. Oh. Would you get the Neuralink? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Would you get it?
Neuralink. I don't. Honestly, in my time, I feel like I could potentially see myself getting it, because when I would be getting it would be after so much. It would be after so much more research than where it is now. But what do you feel like?
Got you. I feel like the main purpose for it was like for people like without limbs, where they can like tell their brain to like do something. And like I saw a dude like play chess, but he only used his mind, and it was crazy. Like online chess. And I feel like AI is gonna have a long ways to come with how it's gonna grow and like what its main function is gonna be, but it's looking pretty positive for it on my side.
I think there's a lot of positive traits and negative traits, and a lot of in between, I feel like. And I just have one more topic for today to end us off, and it's a very new one. I've only seen a very small amount of videos about this one. But what do you feel about flying cars in the future?
Flying cars? Not gonna lie, I've not seen a single thing about those.
You haven't?
But how would they fly?
There's cars that like they just float.
They just float?
Yeah, they just float.
That would be sick, dude. I'm living in Cyberpunk.
Well, that ends the AIM podcast. This is Ben.
This is Jacob.
And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Bye-bye.